Hey guys, today it's really exciting because I got my hands on the Master Palette by Mario, new eyeshadow palette from the brand Anastasia. This palette was very expensive and I've heard a lot of people talk about the grams per dollar or whatever it is. You do get less eyeshadows in this palette than the Anastasia Renaissance palette. It is, I believe, a little bit more expensive in Canada. It is, of course, more expensive than in the States. I think it was $50 something. So when you take it out of the package, which by the way looks exactly the same, it does come with a mirror, which is really nice, and a brush, which I have yet to take out of the packaging. This is what the palette looks like. I think the colors are beautiful. They really spoke to me when I saw it online. All of the shades are neutral, but they're special at the same time. So these shades here, these three at the bottom, Lula, Isabel, and Violetta, these are the three matte shades in the palette. The rest have a definite shimmer to them. I think the point that Mario was trying to make with this palette is that any color can go with any other color. And if you have three basic kind of like transition crease shades, then if you just pack any of these colors on the lid, then it's gonna go with any of these three. So I'm gonna live swatch it right now and we'll see how great the pigmentation is and what the colors look like on actual skin. Of course, I will then apply it to my eyes and then I will let you know if I think this palette is worth picking up, worth the money, blah, 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 blah. So this shade here is the shade Hollywood. This is a very light gold shade. This is the shade NYC. Definitely a hint of burgundy in that brown, and I have to say these shadows feel very velvety smooth. This one is the shade Kim. I think this is like a very like rosy bronze shade. This is the shade Muse. This one definitely has a little bit more of like an antique pink color to it. This one is Marina. This one is definitely more frosted and more shimmery than the previous swatches, but definitely still that antique-y rose gold shade. This next one is the shade Claudia, which is that kind of grayish blue color. I really, really like this shade, although I don't think it's quite as pigmented as the previous, so I'm gonna double up the swatch. This is the matte shade Lula. Definitely like a cooler, neutral toned taupe shade. This one is Isabel, a definitely warm kind of orangey peach. This is Violetta. I have to say these mattes go on so smooth, especially Isabel, this orangey one. This is Fifth Ave. I would say a more shimmery and darker version of Hollywood, which was the first one we swatched that you can kind of barely see there. And this is Bronx, which is kind of like a dark army olivey green. Really like this shade a lot. It's definitely the cool girl of the bunch. And the last shade is Paris, which is a beautiful kind of bronze shade. I mean, as you can see, like how gorgeous are all of these colors, and I really do feel like every color goes with every single color. This is totally up my alley. We've done the swatches. Let's see what it does on the eyes. So I'm gonna start by taking this Lula shade on a really fat brush. This is just an e.l.f. brush. I will test out the actual brush, but I'm gonna start with this one first because I really like to get like a very blown out look first. Okay, now I'm gonna try the brush that the palette actually comes with. I have heard not the best things about this, but I feel like I need to give it a shot. So I am gonna take this darker color Violetta on the fluffier side. I don't like this brush. It's not scratchy, but it's definitely like stiff. No. I feel like I just ruined everything with this brush. Okay, so now I'm gonna take the Paris shade, which is this one on the end. and I'm just gonna pack it on all over my lid in hopes that I can fix this mess that I've made. I really have to say that I like the formula of these shadows. The shadows almost feel like they have lotion in them, like they're very, very soft and not powdery. Okay, I'm gonna use the other side of the brush the palette came with to tap into Paris again and just bring that underneath my eyes. I did finish kind of the rest of my makeup, and it definitely looks better once I put mascara on. Overall, I really, really love this palette. I love all of the shades in the palette. Like I said, feel like they have lotion in them. They're like so soft, so buttery to blend. When I use them with my own brushes, they worked perfectly, but I will say, word of caution, I would not use the brush that the palette comes with. It went on super patchy. If you like more of like an effortless and neutral look, I definitely think this is a palette for you, especially for the fall season. And honestly, like, I'll wear this all year round because I don't care about season. Anyway, that is the end of this video. I hope you guys found it helpful. By the way, I'm filming a first impressions on the foundation that I'm wearing right now, and it is on the Estee Lauder Double Wear Light foundation. So if you haven't subscribed and you want to find out about this foundation, definitely hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. I love you guys so much. I will see you in the next one. Bye!